This might surprise you about bread. White bread, wheat bread, people think white bread is automatically higher in calories than wheat bread, and wheat bread is automatically higher in fiber than white bread. That just is not the case. You really have to read labels when it comes to bread. Neither of these make the cut. Instead, I like light bread. I look for breads that have about 45 calories a slice that are loaded with fiber. This one's coming with me. Now, since we're all about swapping, sometimes I don't even like bread at all. I will use a tortilla instead. High fiber tortillas that have about 80 to 100 calories are a fantastic bread swap. So I'll take these too. My milk swap is almond milk. Now this stuff is great and it's found with the boxed milks next to the cereal. I love it. The unsweetened kind has about 40 calories a cup. About half the calories of skim milk, twice the flavor. It's great in cereal and smoothies. The best. Those are my amazing swaps for today. I think I probably saved you about 2,000 calories. High five. Coming up, I'm gonna finish off my chips and do some hardcore dipping. And yes, I double dip. Please don't judge me. Then your prayers have been answered. Guilt-free French fries. Hallelujah. Plus my yum yum brownie muffins that are so easy and so good. For more, go to cookingchanneltv.com/hungrygirl. It is all about surprises, shockers, and swaps today at the HGHQ, and we are swapping till we drop. There's shockers, there's swapping out high-calorie foods for low-calorie foods, and in the oven right now, chip swaps. Two things ready to come out. I've got my kale, nice and crispy, baked up beautifully, green and gorgeous, and my lavash chips, thin and ready to be crunched on. Let's get these in a bowl. Love this kale, so crispy. This whole bowl has about 60 calories or so, which is totally worth it, and it's loaded with vitamins. We like vitamins. And the lavash chips, every single chip on this tray comes in at about 200 calories in total, which is unreal. Not saying you should eat them all at once, but you can if you want. Or you can share them with friends, which is what I plan to do. So light, so crispy. I think I'm gonna try some of this kale now. Do you hear that? It's crispy. It's a little bit like a potato chip. It's a little bit like popcorn. Great to eat this while you're watching TV. It's my favorite thing to do. And these chips with my hot couple dip, which is just salsa and non-fat Greek yogurt. That dip, that's good stuff. Zesty, creamy, so easy. By the way, these chips and dip serve 4. I love these swaps, but that reminds me of another swap-tastic question I got from a Hungry Girl fan. Check it out.
Hi, Hungry Girl. I'm Catherine from Los Angeles, California, and I have a tough question for you. Do you have a swap for my all-time favorite food, French fries?
Catherine, that is a fantastic question. Why? Because I, too, am French fry obsessed. Completely and utterly obsessed with French fries. I love them so much that if someone said to me, Lisa, you could choose any food on this planet to eat and never digest a calorie from it, I would choose French fries. That's how much I love them. But you know what? I vowed to make a completely guilt-free swap for French fries, and I succeeded. I use what I think is one of the most underrated foods on this planet. A food so delicious that if it were legal, I would maybe marry it. Butternut squash, and I use it to make my Bake-tastic butternut squash fries. I bake these. They are just like fries. They're sweet, they're delicious. These actually taste a little like sweet potato fries, only they have half the calories of sweet potatoes. I even cut them into little crinkle cuts. Look at this. They're beautiful, and I cannot wait to eat them. But first, here's how I made them. Preheat the oven to 425. Then grab your butternut squash and peel it. They're not too difficult to peel, and when you peel it, it looks exactly like this. Cut the ends off. Cut this part in half, and there are the seeds. Scoop out all the seeds from the center of the squash. Then use a crinkle cutter to slice the squash into fun French fry shapes. Slice the squash into 1/4-inch pieces. The thinner you make them, the crispier they'll be. Pat them dry using paper towels to remove excess moisture. Spray a baking sheet with nonstick spray. Place them on the sheet in a single layer. Sprinkle with a little salt. I love salty fries. Really brings out the sweetness of the squash. Put them in the oven for 40 minutes, flipping halfway. And here they are, my Bake-tastic butternut squash fries. And this whole plate has just around 200 calories. Amazingly easy to make, super delicious, very French fry-like. A little sweet, life-changing. Coming up, I combined 2 amazing things, brownies and muffins, in one super easy recipe, Yum Yum Brownie Muffins, with the most swaptastic secret ingredient ever. Hint, it's better than butter. It's all about surprises, shockers, and swaps today. What have we done so far? We've shown you some shocking calorie choices and some surprising low-calorie swaps. We've made granola, we've made swaps for chips, French fry swaps. Next up, some would say I've saved the best for last, Yum Yum Brownie Muffins. Is it a muffin? Is it a brownie? Who cares? It's delicious and chocolatey and only 180 calories. 2 ingredients only, people. Cake mix and canned pumpkin. That's it. Starting with the cake mix. Devil's Food cake mix. I don't know if you like to sniff your cake mix. I like the way it smells. We'll use the whole box. Next up, canned pumpkin. I consider this a magical ingredient. Total Hungry Girl staple, completely life-changing. I use canned pumpkin in everything, and I mean everything. Oatmeal, I bake with it. In this recipe, it takes the place of eggs, oil, anything that's all fattening. Canned pumpkin, fat-free, high in fiber, low in calories. I just love it. But you have to make sure you get canned pure pumpkin and not pumpkin pie filling. Don't make that mistake and get pumpkin pie filling. That would be a disaster. That stuff's loaded with sugar. It tastes good, but it's a completely different thing. So into the mix, the whole can of pumpkin. 1 can, it's about 15 ounces of pumpkin. Get it all in there. So mix and mix and mix. It'll get nice and fudgy eventually. And you're getting your exercise. You know how many calories you're burning stirring this stuff? But just be patient. You're gonna say, hey, do I need to add water? Do I need to add an egg? The answer is N-O, no. Mix, mix, mix. And the batter is done. 2-ounce cookie scoop or an ice cream scoop. You just scoop it into the muffin tins. Love these. I like to use the foil liners. I feel like everything sticks less with foil. Sometimes things get stuck to the paper, but you can choose. And there it is. My oven has been preheated to 400 degrees. And I'm gonna throw these in for 20 minutes. These have already been baked and they've cooled. So they're ready for tasting. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. Chocolatey. I love this. Chewy like a brownie. Very muffiny. Light, very fudgy. Completely impressive. No one would ever know these are guilt-free. They do not taste like 180 calories and 3.5 grams of fat. Well, what have we done today? We have swapped up a storm. It has been a complete swap-orama. I think you should go out and make these recipes. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Till next time, chew the right thing.